Hi, I'm Juergen. I work for Dynatrace and I'm a maintainer of the Keptn project, which is a cloud-native application lifecycle orchestrator, and that also runs on Civo. For the Civo community, I'm really grateful that I get the answers to my questions really fast. So the community is really helpful if I have any questions, technical questions, questions around how the platform is working, or how I can put something in the Civo marketplace, which was one of my first touch points with the Civo community. And for this, it has been great to work with the Civo community. I think my first touch points on Civo were probably I found it somewhere on Twitter, and it actually caught my eye because the spin-up time for new clusters was really interesting. So I gave it a try, and the Civo marketplace was the first thing I got in touch with Civo to also list our open source project Keptn on the Civo marketplace to make it easier for others to use our open source project directly on the Civo platform without the need to read any installation instructions, but with just one-click installation, and they're ready to go. Yeah, my preferred tech stack on top of Kubernetes is obviously to run Keptn, since I'm a maintainer of the project, and I use it in my day-to-day developer life. So for Civo, I either do it directly via the Civo marketplace and install it directly from there, or I just experiment with it and spin up a couple of clusters and install the Keptn control plane on the one cluster, Keptn execution plane goes on the other cluster. So that's basically what I make sure that always runs on my clusters, and it's even if it's just a very short running clusters, that's usually the stack that I'm running on. And then I have a couple of different demo applications, mostly from the CNCF ecosystem, like the Potato Head that usually goes on one of my clusters, but that's mainly the stack I'm running. So for me, in my day-to-day development, the launch time of new clusters really helps because I don't have to wait a couple of minutes. It's only 1 or 2 minutes for new clusters, and that also gives me the possibility to recreate clusters really fast. So I can always start from scratch. I know exactly what my new cluster will look like, and I can even easily spin up a couple of clusters at the same time. I don't have to wait for all of them for more than like 2 minutes, and especially basically for kind of temporary development environments. For me, this is great because also I don't have to leave the cluster running. I can always spin it up and tear it down with the help of probably even Crossplane or other cloud-native projects that help me in this. And yeah, so that really helps. And I was in the beginning, I was really amazed how fast it is to spin up a cluster in Civo. I think my favorite feature is, in total, it's the simplicity. There is not a lot of different things I have to take care of whenever I want to create a cluster. So it's basically, I think it's like 2 clicks. I usually go with the UI approach, not so much with the Civo CLI. So I'm not an expert on that, but the killer feature for me is the simplicity when it comes to creating clusters. When it also comes to billing, it's very transparent. I always know exactly right now what will be the cost of my clusters at the very end of the month, and this is great for me to kind of get a feeling how many clusters do I want to create, how long do I want to run them, to be within the budget that I have reserved for my tasks. So the simplicity in total is, for me, is the absolute killer feature of Civo. I think that's a tricky one because I'm already quite satisfied with what Civo provides. Probably some additional features in the marketplace to be able to test the applications that I put on the marketplace and the integrations to test them myself, to kind of have a temporary environment even created by Civo, running on Civo, and test the integrations there. But on the other hand, the Civo community was very helpful in getting our Keptn marketplace option added and listed in the Civo marketplace. But probably doing kind of a self-service and testing before listing anything in the marketplace would be helpful.